welcome to this recommendation for Christmas romances. What you have to know about me before we start this book recommendation is that I absolutely hate Christmas with my whole being. I despise this holiday. I don't understand why people want to start so early in the year. This celebration that is only heartache and despair. Basically, on the 1st of December, I turn green and I start to seclude myself in my own house. Yes, I am basically the Grinch. There is only one reason why I don't turn green and why I don't become the Grinch is thanks to Christmas romances. They make this season bearable, acceptable. I don't enjoy it. I really don't. I hate Christmas. But it makes it a little bit less terrible than it usually is. I started reading Christmas romances 2 years ago and I have quite a good book recommendation, and I also am planning on reading some more this year. So, welcome. Before I start talking about books, please, if you have recommendation, leave them down below. This might save my Christmas. You don't know. You don't know, so please help your girl. If you are a Christmas lover, no hate, okay? Not everybody is blessed with a good family and a good experience this Christmas, okay? So don't judge. Good. And if you have Christmas recommendations, save your girl, okay? Help her. This is an SOS, like help me, okay? If you don't worry, I got you covered because I have quite the experience. I will probably also tell you about books that you should not read because they exist, and if you don't want to hate Christmas, you shouldn't read them. I might save your Christmas, actually. Like, who knows? Who knows? So let's start with the book recommendation. First off, a little book, a small book, something that is cute, something that is enjoyable, not too complicated to read, just easy, okay? To dip your toes into the season. You want cute, easy to read, quick to read, a novella, almost. And that is Mistletoe Motive, okay? We are following two people in a bookstore. Amazing. One of them is this woman that is autistic, and she says that from the get-go. And she kinda has to save the bookstore with her colleague, who is this dude that is her complete opposite. She is into romances, she loves the cutesy stuff, she loves like middle grade books to recommend to other people. She do crafts, she loves kids. And this man only reads thrillers and mysteries. He doesn't like anything, he hates the customers. What he wants is to save the bookstore using marketing strategies and like sticking to the budget. So really complete opposites. And she is convinced that he hates her, except maybe not. And things go from here. It's very cute. If I remember correctly, there is kind of a toxic ex, so if you're not into that, you should still read it because the toxic ex is there for like 3 seconds, so nobody cares about him, and the romance is very cute. A little bit steamy if I remember correctly, but not so much. Easy to read, like I said. Enjoyable, perfect to begin the season with. Genuinely perfect. The second book that I have to recommend is incredible. Completely everything that the complete opposite of a Christmas romance, basically, but it's really good. Listen to me, okay? It's called Wreck the Halls. I listened to it on audiobook, and you should do too, because it was incredible, amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend, which is basically what I'm doing. You should read that book. Listen to it actually. We are following this girl and this dude. I never remember the names of people, so the girl and the dude. They are the children of a very famous band, rock band, that split up in circumstances that nobody really knows. And like they are famous, but like really famous. And they broke, like the band broke years and years before. And someday, around Christmas times, there is this reality TV that decides to try to reunite that band to celebrate, if I remember correctly, it's Christmas song thingy. Yeah, to this concert. Basically, they want to do a concert. And we are following the two children of these very popular rock stars. And they agree to participate to that reality TV show that is live. Like it's as if they were doing live on Twitch every single day, trying to reunite these two bandmates. Except this girl and this dude, maybe there is some chemistry. There is some chemistry from the get-go. Except there's no chemistry like, ooh, I like him. There is no chemistry like every single viewer is fighting for them to be together. And so things happen and like there is some peer pressure, but it's not really peer pressure because they really do appreciate each other. It's really good. It's really fun. It's super good. It's not too Christmassy, which I appreciated. But if you want a really like huge Christmas with a lot of Christmassy activities, maybe not. But like once again, it's amazing to start the season with, okay? When it's not too much Christmas-like outside, you still have your advent calendar and you know that Christmas is on its way, but it's not too much in your face, you know? I would definitely recommend that book. It's fun. First off, it's fun. There is some chemistry. And I'm not talking insta-love or insta-lust or things like that. You can see that the male main character, he cares for her, and feelings like love, romantic love, comes afterwards. And it's so cute to see someone caring like that. Like, I'm not going to say almost as a big brother because that would be weird in a romance, but you know that feeling of just like wanting to protect someone without wanting to beg that person. Like, cute. Recommend. You should read that. You should listen to it, like I said. Then, one of my favorite series, romance series, almost of all time. I'm not gonna say that, but I really like it. I would highly recommend A Very Merry Bromance. This is the book in the Bromance series, if I remember correctly. Amazing series, okay? We are following these dudes all along the series. We are following these dudes that are trying to save a relationship or trying to enter a relationship with a woman, except they're dudes and therefore toxic masculinity is very present. What they decided to do to fight against that is that they decided to read romances as in a huge book club, except they consider that these romances are not just funny little books. They are like the manual to understand women. And so they treat these books as if they hold the answers to every single problem they have, which is the truth, because every single book that we read is about another book and the other book is helping the dude. It's so good. It's super fun. Every single character is lovable. I loved every single one of them and I really enjoyed reading about these. I would recommend to read them in order and to read the last book, which is A Very Merry Bromance, afterwards. But if you only want to sorry, it's all the Christmas vibes killing me. If you want do want to be dramatic, but that's the truth. So if you want to read only the last book, I don't think that you really need to read the first 3 books before. You should, because it's really fun, and you will understand some jokes that will go over your head if you don't, but it's still fun. And if you like Very Merry Bromance, you still have 3 or 4 more books to go through. So it's good. It's really good. And Very Merry Bromance is about the Russian. It's basically his identity throughout the whole series. And so he's trying to save his marriage. I'm not going to say more, because if you read the first books first, then you will be spoiled. You shouldn't. So yeah, there is that. After that, if you want more Christmas vibes, like it's a Christmas romance, but like Christmas is here. Okay, we are in the middle of the season. Christmas is present. I will highly recommend Love Light Farm. Love Light Farm is about this girl. Once again, I really don't remember her name because like names. This is about this girl who has a pine farm. She has a pine farm, and also like Christmas is very important for her because like it's literally her business. So she has some kind of Christmas village and some ice skating ring. I think this is how this is called. Yes, some ice skating ring. And so really Christmas is so important for her. And so she has trouble with her business because it's not doing so good, and she's really trying her best, but maybe she dreamt too big, and so she's very worried. And she reached out to that very famous influencer saying that, hey, you should visit Love Light Farm, it's so cute. Except she didn't think that the influencer would come. And the influencer really likes to highlight couples who did very interesting businesses. Except the girl is not in a relationship. She said she was, but she's not. And she has to fake date. Who is the best person for her to fake date? Her best friend. Her best friend that she has such a loving relationship that he is there. Like he almost has his clothes at her own because he's there so often. Like it's a fake relationship that feels so real because of the strong friendship that is there. Except maybe there is more to this friendship. That's what she thought. This is definitely a case of he fell first, and maybe a little bit of a case of she doesn't want to see what is right in front of her eyes. If it is not for you, there are so many more books, Christmas romances that you would enjoy, but highly recommend it for the vibes. The vibes immaculate. The relationship is it's friend to lovers, it's fake dating. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you won't. But the vibe of Love Light Farm, incredible. Highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. After that, we have another hugely it's Christmas, okay? There is nothing more Christmas than that. It's giving Hallmark movies, even though I don't know what a Hallmark movie is because I have never watched it, but I know what kind of category the Hallmark movies are, okay? I might not be American, but I understand American culture. So it's Hallmark movie. It's a holiday as well, okay? Super easy to understand. We are following these twins. One is a baker in a very small town, and the other one is a chef, and the other one is a baker, but for a TV show production, except both of them are like miserable in their lives. They really don't like it. They have so many problems, and they're dreaming big, like, what if I did that, and what would have happened if I didn't do that? One day they decide to swap, and so the small town baker becomes a TV chef, and the TV chef becomes a small town baker. It's giving. It's a Christmas romance, so obviously there is going to be some love. It's very Christmassy because like it's all the feelings of family, of it's everything that Christmas is all about, but I don't understand because I don't like it. But like I said, this made it bearable. It was okay. You should read it. I read it and I liked it. So it's definitely for Christmas lovers. And finally, the one with the most Christmassy vibes out there. Incredible. Underhyped, if you want my opinion. And that says a lot. Like a lot. I almost wanted to decorate my house reading that book. I almost wanted to do a Christmas tree. Okay? Almost. We were there. This close of doing it. Okay? I baked while listening to that book. Okay? I did some Christmas baking. And I wrapped presents. Okay? I was little by little transforming myself into a human being and not a Grinch anymore. I really didn't like that, but the book was good. It made me feel things. And like it's called A Princess for Christmas. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it was so good. And it's about this girl that is a princess of a very small kingdom. I want to say Eldora, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Like in the Swiss Alps. She is a princess there. And she is in New York because she has to do a very important speech for this very important organization. And things don't really go according to plan, so she has to run away. And she stumbles upon that taxi driver that helps her, and he really helps her. Except that this taxi driver is a single dad. He has the responsibility of raising his sister, if I remember correctly. His sister, yeah. And it's very difficult for him because he is very young and he has to take that responsibility, and there is the problem of the parents, and he has to grieve. And so when he thought that princess in distress, he really helps her and tries his best really to help her. And so to thank him, she invites him to Eldora, which might not be Eldora, but you get the gist of it. And so they go to this very little Christmassy city, which is a Christmassy country. And so they do all the Christmas stuff that you see in movies and in TV shows and in books, apparently. It's so cute. The romance, incredible. It was a whole vibe, and I really, really liked it. And it made me enjoy this season, which is not frequent. And yeah, highly recommend this book. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Now, let me talk about two books actually that you shouldn't read if you want to read a Christmas romance. The first one is In the Holidays by Christina Lauren. Don't read that book. I highly don't recommend it. I'm gonna tell you, okay? This book, it's about this girl that she's not having the best time of her life, okay? Her life kind of a mess, and her only happy place, the best time of the year for her, is spending Christmas with her family. And so she goes to this very cute cottage that, if I remember correctly, is like family property, and she spends the week here. Except there is this guy that is not really her family because they're not family, they're more family friends who became family. So he is part of the family but not by blood. Which is an important distinction because she did not fall in love with her brother or cousin, okay? We're not there. This is not the kind of story. But she's in love with this dude and has been for a very long time. And so she that the week is over, so she has to go home. Except there is this kind of big accident, and she wakes up. It's the beginning of the week again, and she has to go through the first day again, and everything happens, and it's exactly the same. And somehow she falls, and she wakes up, and it's the beginning of the day again. And so this is the time loop of beginning again and again and again. Sounds fun, right? It is not fun. The time loop, so easily understood. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be about this time loop and how to resolve that problem of living the same day again and again. And she only has to live that day 3 times. And suddenly she's like, oh my god, I'm a completely different person, and I'm gonna tell him that I love him, and everything goes according to plan because she's like, I love you, and he's like, oh my god, me too, and that's the book. Yeah, not good. Mm-mm. Like I said, don't read that. Very good tea. Okay, after that, another book that I don't recommend is Window Shopping. It's not giving Christmas vibes. It's not good. I rated it 3 star if I remember correctly. It's forgettable. Like, there are so many good Christmas romances out there. You shouldn't waste your time with that. It's about this girl that, oh, I don't even remember. I was like, average. Like, yeah, it exists. And you shouldn't give it time. It's also very, very steamy. For no reason at all. Like, there is no build up. There is no tension. It's insta love, but not in a good way. It wasn't good. Okay? It wasn't good. I don't recommend it. Now, let's talk about some books that I will be reading this year that you will probably see in reading vlogs. Like, I need to be human again this year. So the first thing that I am going to be listening to this year, because I plan on listening to the audiobook, is Under the Mistletoe collection. It's a collection of novellas by authors, Christmas authors. There is Ellie Hazelwood, if I remember correctly, probably Emily Henry somewhere. Let me check on Goodreads, because I have it in here. Ellie Hazelwood, Tessa Bailey, Olivia Data, which I don't know, Alexandria Bellfleur. We having some good people, and so it's giving. And there is like the title of these books are like Cruel Winter with You. It's giving Enemies to Lovers, but it's Ellie Hazelwood. Merry Ever After. All by My Elf. Merriment and Mayhem. Yeah, it's giving. Only Centers in This Building. It's giving. It's like 5 short novellas. It's exactly what I want. Like some quick reads that put you in the mood. It looks good. After that, I really want to read The Wedding Witch, which is the 3rd book in the Ex-Hex trilogy. The Ex-Hex and the Kiss Curse. It was really around Christmas, around Halloween, which is the best season of the year. That was my point. So yeah, it was more Halloweeny, but The Wedding Witch is really Christmassy. We are following the 3rd brother in this witch family, and it sounds really, really nice. And it looks like it's giving the vibes of Christmas, or at least the season between Halloween and Christmas, and I think it's a good thing. Then we have Make the Season Bright. Once again, we need to check Goodreads because I have no idea why I put that in here, but I put it in the TBR and I trust myself. 2 exes find themselves stuck at the same house for Christmas. Ooh! It looks very good. It's a queer romance. not obviously, but you can see it on the cover. The cover is super cute. Like I am going to eat that. It sounds so good. And finally, the last book that I really want to read this year is probably not the only book that I'm going to read this December, this Christmas season. I usually read more than just a few. The other one is The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. And I don't know why, but it intrigues me and it makes me happy to think that someone would do mystery for Christmas. Like it's absolutely for me. So apparently there is a cryptic invitation to attend a Christmas house party at the English estates of a reclusive fan. Neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world, the Duchess of Death herself. And the next morning she's gone. She vanished from a locked room, and we have to wonder, is she in danger or is it still some kind of test? And the other dude, is he a competitor or is it the only person in that snowbound mansion that she can trust? Because this Christmas, these two rivals are going to have to become allies if they have any hope of saving Eleanor. Assuming they don't kill each other first. It's giving. It's all the vibes that I really like. Like, locked. And Christmas becomes this terrible thing. They have to help each other to get out of this mess. The perfect description of what Christmas feels like for me. So it sounds really good. Is it a Christmas romance? Probably not. Probably a little bit. Sounds really good. I am going to read this, and I'm going to tell you what I think about that. I have high hopes. It better not disappoint, because I'm going to be mad. So that was all for this book recommendation. I really hope you had a good time listening to me bitching about the season. If you like Christmas, I'm jealous, but not really. But anyway, if you have any book recommendation, obviously leave them down below. I want to know. You have to save me, and so give me book recs. If you have read any of these books, like, tell me what you thought about them. Let's talk. And if you made it this far to the video, leave a snowflake emoji down below, because thank you so much, you're so cute. I'm so disappointed that there is no cringe emoji. I would love that. Sadness. That being said, this is the end of this video. I really hope you had a good time. And if you want to see more book recs, or if you want to see me reading these books, doing reading vlogs, and trying to save my own Christmas, you can subscribe. I will gladly have you here. Other than that, I'm gonna say goodbye to you, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.